Are you being audited and do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? Is the IRS threatening to take more of your money? Don't fight the IRS alone. The Tax Doctor is here to help you negotiate your tax bill and reduce your stress. The IRS can freeze your assets and seize your bank accounts, but you can stop these IRS actions. The Tax Doctor will work with you using our years of experience to represent your case to help you get the best resolution under the IRS guidelines. Help is here to deal with the IRS to reduce your stress. We've handled thousands of cases, so we know what we're doing. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, do not call the IRS alone. Call a Tax Doctor now for a tax emergency analysis.
Hello, I'm Dr. Mircea Basaraba.
And I'm Mara Hutchings, nurse practitioner. Welcome to Southern Tennessee Cardiology. Here at Southern Tennessee Cardiology, we offer a variety of testing done right here in our office. Along with our highly trained and skilled staff, we have the latest technology for cardiac stress testing, high-tech ultrasound, and cardiac monitoring. Whether you are experiencing chest pain, palpitations, or need clearance for surgery, Southern Tennessee Cardiology is here for your cardiac needs.
Hey everyone! Oh my goodness, got our Belinda, Morgan. I gotta get it all straight. Anyway, Grundy Safe Communities Coalition.
Yes.
Is that right?
Grundy Safe Communities Coalition. Yes.
And we've got some cool people here with us, so it's gonna be a great topic. You guys sit back, make sure you have your coffee, and let's talk about. We're gonna talk about
and the prevention
and
of.
the prevention of and the wildly weird things that you would have never known that you need to know.
I'm Belinda Morgan, and I'm thrilled to be here with you. Thank you so much for your time this morning. And Garrett Heatherly is my coworker, and we are with the Grundy Safe Communities Coalition, and that's a lot of words. And our job and our hope is to make Grundy County a safer community for youth, young adults, and families. And I've been doing this for almost 3 years. And prior to that, I was a nurse. I've worked recovery with veterans. I was a school nurse at Swiss, did a lot of gardening out there. So I was travel nursing and just away from home a lot, and came home a couple years ago to spend the last years with my dad. And worked at the Wellness Center at Sewanee, but came back to Littell Parton Center, which is the old Grundy County High School. And I never thought I'd be working out of my home economics classroom, first of all, but I'm so glad to be back here, and so glad that I've had an opportunity to become more aware of the community and what's happening here. And having said that, I've become keenly aware of a lot of the troubles we have in Grundy County, and my job is substance misuse prevention, and the short answer to that is drug and alcohol prevention for youth and families. So that's what I do, and we work with 12 sectors in the community. We work with churches, the teachers, elected officials, media, and to make this place a little better, to make it safer for our kids, and to work prevention. We have wonderful recovery efforts here, and I'm so grateful for that. But my hope is to embrace the community and with awareness, to let everybody know what's going on here, and to do prevention instead of recovery. That's what I do. But kudos to the folks who are working so diligently in recovery. We're strong partners with them.
Lots have been going on in the 3 years that you've been at it. I mean, you're a force of nature, Belinda. Fellas, I don't know if you've known that, but Belinda's a force of nature. You do not say no to Belinda. And, but it's all for the good things. I mean, you've done quite a bit here in the 3 years.
Well, we have such goodness here. We have a lovely state park system. We have good people, generations of really, really good people. When I think of the folks who came out of Grundy County High School, where I went to school, Judge Anderson, and just all the folks here who support the community, and there's a real community effort here. If someone's sick, there's a roadblock, or a chili supper to raise money for those who need money for medical care and such. But Leadership Grundy is amazing. And Garrett's currently doing Leadership Grundy.
Are you?
I am indeed.
I'm a 2004 graduate. But it is a very wonderful way to understand here more.
Yeah. And I've typically worked away from Grundy. I've had a home here for 30 years, but I've worked away, done a lot of traveling and travel nursing. But this is home. This is, I think, for the folks who grew up here, this will always be home. So I want to add things to the community. We've started a youth coalition at the high school. They're called Spark. Students Preventing Addiction and Raising Knowledge. And we have the first Tennessee Strong ambassador from Grundy County. She works nicotine prevention. Garrett will be taking some folks to MTSU for a training.
For a day on the Hill, so they'll learn about advocacy for how to kind of change laws and prevention laws, specifically around nicotine and vaping. So what we can do to change like how things are marketed, how they're advertised, how they are sold, especially in like convenience stores. And so they'll be working on media campaigns to try and kind of tighten that legislation around.
All right, I'm going to put a pin on that one because we recently had a school board discussion on the markets and the things that they sold. So I want to put a pin on that one.
Oh, good.
And
Thank
go
you.
back to that. Who do you have this? Who's the cool dude next to you?
This is Special Agent Tommy Farmer, and he is with the Dangerous Drug Task Force, TBI. And Tommy will be coming to present the Dangerous Drug Task Force seminar for us on December 8th. And when I first talked with Tommy about coming to Grundy, it wasn't. The format's generally not like this, I believe. It's more during the day. It's geared toward first responders and EMS and healthcare workers. But when Tommy and I talked, I said to him, the folks who are with our young people, sometimes the most, are the teachers. They're the ministers. They're the community members, the coaches who are with our kids a lot. And I want those individuals to understand the horrors, if you will, about what's going on. And Tommy and his team agreed to come here today, of course, but to also do a sort of a conference, I guess is what we call it, or a seminar, December 8th at the Armory in Mont Eagle. And Betsy and Mike will be providing barbecue and volunteer behavioral health as our fiscal agent, and they'll be doing some coffee setup and all. But this will be an opportunity for our community to come together and be more aware. And I believe from that awareness, our families and our youth will get better support. We'll have more eyes on this situation and a better understanding of it. So awareness to me is the key to so much, especially with this.
Well, it decimates our community, and it's heartbreaking. And everyone has an addict.
True.
Somewhere.
True. It does not discriminate.
No, it does not. I asked Tommy when this all started, and he told me a little bit of trivia.
Well, the exciting thing about coming back to Grundy County is this is, especially with the Dangerous Drugs Task Force program, this is our 26th year in service, and it started right here. And that is exciting. Now, we're a much different program, a much larger program than what it was when it started 26 years ago. And it started off of a letter from the sheriff then, Robert Meeks, and he wrote that letter to, my understanding, to the governor, to the director of the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, the United States Attorney, the congressman. He wrote it to everyone, which prompted a meeting of all of us. Russ Dedrick called a meeting, and we met in the basement of the courthouse in Marion County. And from that, we had no funding, no money, and he said, we have a community that's devastated, decimated with methamphetamine, and I need help. And this was from here to Franklin County with Sheriff Fuller and Coffee County, everybody came together. All of the municipalities, state, local, and federal, all around, said, okay, how do we address this problem? What do we do? And so it started simply with sharing assets, resources. We didn't have the funding and training, equipment. And we petitioned for a federal grant. Congressman Watt was the congressman at that time. He got us our first grant in 2000. The state, the governor then, I think Bredesen, was able to he got us some funding from the state. So it started right there with literally a shoestring budget, one response truck, sharing the equipment, and commitment of law enforcement. Now, I am absolutely proud to say that we have probably the most comprehensive program and what I would say is the best kept secret in the United States. We have a response program that has evolved because of, the reward for hard work, right?
Yeah.
Is more work. But it's been a rewarding part of it.
Yeah.
It's okay, you can sleep when you die.
Yeah, we went from methamphetamine because the drug trends and the problems change and evolve. And we went with those, and they said, hey, can you guys look at can you look at pharmaceuticals? Yes, we can. And then that evolves to the opioid epidemic, and then heroin and fentanyl. And then we expanded instead of trying to redo and rebuild something new and different. We took all the partnerships that we learned and all the things that we learned, like associating and partnering with drug endangered children or with all of the coalitions. And we had forged all of these great relationships because you have to have them.
You do.
The problem is local, and the solution's going to be local.
Yes,
you
sir.
can't fix it from Nashville. You can't fix it from Washington. But if you turn right around and you go right back, and this has been the goal of everything that we have done. We've been in operation 26 years. We have literally distributed tens of millions of dollars. And it's always been a commitment that we receive the money. We have never charged for one service, one training. We've trained more than 5,000 law enforcement certified. We've responded back in the day to 7.8 meth labs a day, 2,086 a year. We're not there, but now we're responding to presumptive testing. We're responding to still doing a lot of training. We're doing lab certification, plus we do drug death related investigations and train law enforcement how to go in and look at a death scene that is drug related and to investigate that and then bring those individuals to justice. And at the same time, we expanded with Drug Endangered Children Alliance, working hand in hand with all of the coalitions across the state. And then probably one of the most recent programs we've added along with that is Handle with Care. And our Handle with Care initiative is fantastic. And what that simply does is it's a no-cost program for schools that connects law enforcement, first responders with the schools. And all it says is if law enforcement or first responders or there was a critical incident and they recognize that children were in that home, then all it does is it's a QR code, sends a message to the designated person within the school district that says, you know what, if little Johnny or little Susie comes in and they look rough tonight or in the morning or wearing the same clothes, handle them with care. They had a rough night. And so those programs, we also, if you laid awake wondering where all of those pharmaceuticals go, we collect. With the DEA take back, with the coalitions, with mental health, substance abuse, and drug, and our environment conservation, we collect from more than 430 permanent collection bins at every county, every sheriff across the state and police department. We collect about 81,000 pounds of unused pharmaceuticals a year, and we make sure that those are safely disposed of. And then we run the adjudicated drug waste. So all of the seizures of the fentanyl, you see a traffic stop, there was 100 kilos of fentanyl or cocaine. All of that comes to us. We have environmentally safe large waste incinerators that we dispose of all
So
of
you
that.
burn it.
We burn it. We incinerate it. It looks like a Thomas the Tank Engine. It's got double smokers on or double containers, and it burns not only the drugs but it also burns the smoke. And so everything
wow.
that comes out is just a vapor, and it's while we use energy to burn it, nothing comes out from the drugs. So we're EPA TDEC approved, and it's a much safer way of destroying those drugs as opposed to burying them somewhere in a landfill.
Yeah, because they'll get into the water system. I mean,
Correct.
that's really the bugaboo about all that is it gets into our water system.
And the hands of young people.
And the hands.
And
That's
our
right.
community members.
Yeah, wow.
We work with the task force to do those drug take back, and we actually have Handle with Care in our county.
Oh, of
And
course we do.
Yeah, good resources right here. Good resources.
Wow. Okay. I asked Tommy before we went on, can we cure addiction? And he looked at me funny.
Well, we can cure addiction. I think it's a long road, and and understanding that we have to prevent it. And I think as I've been told a million times, I've been in this 37 years, and if I've had it said to me once, we've lost the war on drugs. You're not going to win the war on drugs by arresting your way out of this problem. And trust me, law enforcement, we know that. We've known that for a long time. We coined the phrase. However, I will also, and some people may disagree with me, we're not going to we're not going to treat our way out of this problem this well. Those are today things. What we have to do is it requires both enforcement, it requires treatment, and we should focus on prevention. We've got to go upstream. We have the flavors of the day, and I don't mean to down that, but it's one addiction after another. It's cocaine problem, or it's methamphetamine problem, or it's a crack problem, or it's a fentanyl problem, or it's a pill problem. What we have is an addiction.
Mm-hmm.
And so those are the things that it takes the entire community, the coalition of individuals to come together and use all of those resources to come in. She's talking about awareness. We're so busy, and we have got the best opportunities in the world. We've got so many ways to communicate with people and reach people, but yet they do too. And so unfortunately, we're competing with groups that have a lot more resources than we do in terms of normalizing behavior, or this is good, or we have youth that go into stores and they see these products and they think, well, if they were really dangerous, they'd never let them be sold out here. And that's the furthest from the truth. With technology comes good things and sharing and communicating, but technology also, it also provides the ability to manipulate things. And we have drugs that are sold in convenience stores, more than 4,000 convenience stores across our state right now, that are probably some of the most dangerous drugs that have ever been on the streets that I've ever had to deal with.
Oh my goodness, that's saying
And they can
a lot.
walk straight in and they can buy them.
Seriously.
Yes.
And a lot of times it's labeled as something like, oh, this is all natural.
That's
this
right.
Energy booster, pain reliever. And so when you see words like that, it's like, oh, of course this is safe. This is something that's going to help me.
Yeah, I would have say that because, the temple.
Right.
We had a young man reach out to us on our Facebook page, and he just was randomly scrolling and saw it, and he emailed us and said, I want to help. I've been in recovery 3 times, and I started a new job, and I'm anxious and tired, and he went in and bought Kratom and relapsed immediately. And so yeah, I mean, and yeah, they are dangerous.
Well, ours, and Belinda, you can attest, and I'm sure you can too as well, it's a generational issue, right? So it's a learned behavior. That's a coping mechanism. It's a childhood trauma. It is all of the above, mental illnesses, things that we put in our body. How do we stop it? How do we stop the generational curse?
I think you stop the generational curse early on. I don't think you wait until someone is well into that generational use at 35, 40. You certainly stop it then too. I don't want to diminish that, but I think with education and with our community coming together and with working with all the sectors of our community, and awareness and education and this, having conversations about it, normalizing those conversations, having young people reach out to trusted adults who are aware of what's going on, aware of those traumas, aware of what is happening at home, aware that there's been an incident and Handle with Care has been notified. That's very confidential, by the way.
Oh,
you know?
sure, yeah.
But to have a community, a well-aware, supportive community, and to destigmatize this, I think that's how you do it. I think we work with our youth group who go to seminars, go to a week at UT Martin to Tennessee Teen Institute, to have them be a safe place for their peers, for them to say, you know, if you're in trouble, call me, or, you know, have parents that know what Amazon's shipping to the home. That's how I think we do it.
A lot of it, building that community, like, you know, it's been said multiple times, but, you know, all the work we do happens because people in the community are willing to work with us. You know, I think like our after school program that we're doing now, you know, we have some kids who are at high risk of, you know, falling into addiction, substance misuse because of things like poverty, use, neglect. And we're now kind of creating the system where this, you know, young person who might feel like they're isolated, they're not cared for, is kind of going through all these different groups that are saying, I do care about you. So it starts with, you know, Deb and Lauren at Rise Up Grundy, you know,
doing
kind of
great work.
doing great
no.
work. And
What a
kind
good
of,
partner they
you know,
are.
referring them to us and saying, you know, can you help out with this kid? So you've got two people touching and saying, hey, I care about you. And then they come to the school with us, or come to the after school program with us. It's two more adults saying, hey, I care about you. I want things to go well. And then we have Lift Grundy and Casey driving these kids home and saying, you know, this is a fifth person that cares about you. That's 5 people in one day telling this person, like, hey, things are going to be okay. We're going to be here to support you.
And you matter. You matter to us. And that's a big, strong message.
And we know, so my background is in clinical psych. That's what I went to school for.
We have mental illnesses that are surfacing. That leads into it, doesn't it?
Right, and it does. And we know that things like community are one of the biggest protective factors for kids. So if there's a traumatic event, if there's substance exposure, having a strong support system, a strong community system is the best indicator for a healthy recovery. So that's why these things are so important, and part of prevention is that mental health and that community aspect.
Do you agree with that approach?
Absolutely. And knowing, again, going back and educating the moms and dads and having them understand too, the community understand, that child, even the simplest exposure to them, the 3 of us or the 4 of us are not going to be the same. And it can, a major factor of where it develops with us can be our moms and our dads and our grandparents and our families. Second part to that, so the simple exposure, even if it's from a dental procedure or something, you could be more susceptible than another person just because of your history, your family history. And next is, again, normalizing the behavior. We have so many influences, and the kids are being influenced. What we have learned, as we said a minute ago, we've lost the war on drugs. But what we haven't, and what we lose sight of, is we've been very successful in developing drug policies. And those drug policies are based upon the developing person. And what we have learned, that the longer that we can delay drug use, the longer we can prevent a child or later on in life to develop. The body, biologically, mentally, they have not fully developed. And when we start interfering and we introduce drugs to that person, that young developing person at a younger age, before they reach those ages of 23 to 25 and fully developed brain, the susceptibility, it doesn't necessarily prevent them, if we can delay that drug use, from experimenting. But what it does do, it greatly diminishes and decreases the chances of them developing a long-term addiction. The longer we can stop, but you introduce those drugs, even as many say, well, it's just a little marijuana. Well, there's nothing just a little marijuana anymore. And what we are learning about that is it affects the C1, C2 receptors it affects the body, especially a young developing person, triggering the body itself, the brain itself, to go into to certain actions.
Really?
Dr. Kristen Gilliland, I'm going to tell you at Vanderbilt.
That was powerful.
Pull her onto your group. I would highly recommend many folks Google her, Facebook her.
What's her name?
Dr. Kristen Gilliland, Gilliland.
Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt.
I've heard of her.
Neurology.
Yeah.
She will open your eyes and show you. I mean, we can tell you from a law enforcement, from a forensic side, there's nothing natural about any of this out here. We've talked about cannabis, even hemp-derived cannabis. We've got more powerful hemp-derived, low THC that can be converted, that can be concentrated, that literally changes just by simply burning it and converts the THCA, decarboxylizes to delta 9, and literally somebody walking out of a store has 0% delta 9 when they went in and bought it, but they go out, they burn it, and converting that THCA all of a sudden can become 27-30%. Very, very high potent. And those to say there are not overdoses, they're very wrong. We recorded more than 269 non-fatal overdoses, and many of those we don't know could have led to other psychiatric or issues. But it's either synthesized or genetically manipulated. And then she brought up other products that you can buy. Kratom. Metrogenine is the active ingredient. Incredibly addictive, acts like a stimulant in low doses. You can buy it in convenience stores all over the place. Higher doses, it mimics the effects of an opioid. It's marketed. Many say it's a self-help. I can treat my own recovery. You can't. It's incredibly addictive, and it has very, very severe withdrawals, and we have seen it in death. But these novel substances are coming down the pipeline and available more than ever through social chats, through Snapchat, through different social networks.
So you can do drug deals on Snapchat now?
You can not only do a drug deal on Snapchat
Oh my gosh.
and Reddit and many others, but you can go in and discuss the effects of what happened to you during your drug use and what you mixed it with, how did you do it, and take recommendations.
So it's sensationalized. And it's marketed to those young people. The flavors, the colors of the packaging, the similarities to Fruity Pebbles. I mean, when you come to this event on the 8th of December,
let's talk
Tommy
about
will
this.
expand on all of this, and it is
So
just
this is what we're going to be
amazing.
talking about.
That's
If you
what
want
we're
to learn more, like what to look for.
Yes.
All the things that you would have never in a million years have thought of. Oh my gosh. All right. So National Guard Armory, thrilled to have that building in the county. Tell me, how do you want to register? Tell me about it.
You can go on our website, and we've got the flyers out there. There's a QR code to register, and Kim Littman's address is there, or you can reach out to Garrett or me at our coalition. We will help you register. We're keeping a registration list as well. But I just really encourage the adults in the community to come and be more aware. Be more aware of what our young folks are facing every day. You know, when they go into, I mean, think about where this stuff is placed. Tommy talks about all of this in his discussion. You know, you walk in, it's right there.
So weird.
You know, you have to go past all these products to get your slice of pizza or to get your sun drop. And so it is very keenly, they spend a lot of money marketing this stuff. It's flashy, it looks good, it's curiosity.
Non-alcoholic.
Non-alcoholic,
Yeah,
yeah.
it all looks very harmless. Even from this, person.
It's a gummy.
Yeah, it's a gummy.
And
It's natural.
Yeah.
Safer, but
Safer.
safer doesn't mean safe.
And you know, we'll talk about, or Tommy will talk about the dosing of a gummy. It's not a whole gummy. It's seldom a whole gummy. It's a fourth of a gummy.
Yes.
And so you eat 3 and you've had, 10
The
doses.
reactions, what's incredibly, words matter. And what we are learning through all of this is where we may respond back through our coalitions, just like he was talking about, tightening up some of the laws. And what we have greatly learned is that words really matter. And even when we have the best intention and we're working with our legislators to tighten down, to restrict, for example, some of the gummy products, what we passed legislation is restricting the age, who can buy it, and then making sure that there's nutritional facts that are put on each of the products, reducing the dosage or the serving size. And what the response to this industry was is nobody said that, oh, by the way, that the servings or that the nutritional values had to be in a font that was legible. So it's literally printed on them and you can't even read it. Mm-hmm. Number two, nobody anticipated, we thought they would reduce the dosage per gummy. Yeah. No, they increased the dosage per gummy and reduced the number of gummies. So now we have one gummy per pack, and a dose is 1/4 nibble every 3 to 6 hours until you reach the desired effect.
Oh my gosh!
So what's a juvenile? What's a teen? What's an adult going to do? They're going to eat the whole gummy.
Sure.
And we have had severe overdose reactions, and we've had people hospitalized, youths hospitalized. Again, you've got a young, developing, naive system that just took a very high concentrated product that, if you saw the places that these products, many of these products are manufactured, it came in a very flashy, commercial-looking packaging. But I assure you, they bought all that online, and where it was manufactured, there's no sanitary, there's no...
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
It's nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to go back to that discussion. So at the school board, it was brought up that there was an incident at the school with a young person who got a hold of some of this crap. Mm-hmm. And they did a check on all of the markets, and it was a mixed bag.
Yeah, so I don't remember the exact numbers of how many failed the compliance checks, but it was a good number of them that failed compliance checks with what products are available, if they're carding, and things like that. And then some of our own research, kind of doing like environmental scans, like what's the availability, like where you're seeing it. We found that every school in Grundy County is within 2 miles of a place that they can purchase THC and nicotine products. So that's some of those things that people are looking at is like, should there be regulation of how close these places can be to school systems? Again, how much are they?
We don't have zoning in Grundy, so that wouldn't.
Right, and so that's just the kind of things that are kind of coming up in those discussions. Are how can we try to make it safer where there's less availability to students?
Is it legal for them to sell that?
For a lot of it, yes. So again, legislation is changing a little bit. So I know what's passed most recently is all of those things that I was saying, where it breaks down into that Delta 9 THC. Counts towards you can't have more than 0.3% THC.
0.3 is the legal limit of
right.
Delta 9 tetrahydrocannabinol, which is psychoactive. Unfortunately, but unfortunately, that's not the. Originally, when these laws came down, it was thinking that Delta 9 was the only active psychoactive part. You have THC, you have CBD. CBD is non-psychoactive. THC is psychoactive. So it was looped into a package and generalized that Delta 9 was the only one because it was the most popular.
Sure.
However, there are more than 114 different cannabinoids. You can have Delta 8, Delta 10, THCO, THCA, THCP, V. You can have a whole list. And the technology provides the ability now that they can even start with a low THC hemp. And if I heard it once, I heard it 10,000 times. You could smoke it. You could smoke all of it and you'd never get high. Unfortunately, they never thought about, or they did think about, some did, that you can extract it. You can extract it and you can concentrate it all the way up to 98% pure THC. Or if it's CBD, well, there's a process. I'm not going to tell you what the process is, but all they do is they extract the CBD and they convert the CBD using a lot of very strong acids and solvents to convert it. And these are the things that are going into gummies and vapes and drinks, these cannabis drinks. And I caution folks, if nothing else, you don't know what went into it, But when you use these types of chemicals and solvents
Yeah.
and acids,
Yeah.
what goes in
Yeah.
has to come out.
Well, that's why the meth thing, I remember the whole legal saga of trying to get a handle on the meth. And it's still beyond me of the things that make meth. And if you see that and you make it and you still want to put it in your body.
It's funny you use that analogy because that's exactly where we're at.
Yeah.
We're exactly there. And I would say back in the day, we're pseudoephedrine, ephedrine being a cold and allergy medication. And listen, there was a lot of folks that was really upset the fact that we had some regulations placed on the sale of those products.
I've got allergies.
Right, but it was incredibly important. Yes, you gave up a little bit of your freedoms to buy these products. However, we don't have a meth. We're not seizing 2,086 meth labs anymore, or 7.8.
They've moved on.
But the problem is now it's into the same arena. They educated them in the law. So, for example, the THCA, it could easily, arguably be described as the precursor for marijuana, for Delta 9. So the same being is, it would be like pseudoephedrine. You could use the pseudoephedrine as the precursor. You have to have it to make methamphetamine. So we regulated that. Meth is illegal. If you convert it into meth, it's illegal. The same is exactly what he's talking about, what we're having to do with THCA and the others. THCA is converted into Delta 9. So what we've had to do is go back to what the federal law was, is if it contains a total THC greater than that number. Initially, our law was simplified. It says if it contains the psychoactive part, THC, it's illegal. If it's non-psychoactive, CBD, it's not illegal. That was pretty simple. But using the federal farm bill originally of 2014 to bury it into a document that's about 3,000 pages and then moving it through and saying, well, and now trying to justify it, saying, well, look at all the taxes, look at all the revenue, look at all that you're gaining.
Look at all we're losing.
Look at all that we're losing.
We're losing our kids.
We're losing our
We're
kids.
We're losing our kids. We're losing a lot, and we better take it back. All right. How do people find out more information, Belinda?
We always have this information. We're accessible to what Tommy's talking about. We are the local resource in Grundy County to send people where they need for more information. They can always contact us. But Tommy's information is on the flyer. The information on that TBI website, the Dangerous Drugs Task Force, is phenomenal. I mean, you can go on that website and find out every single thing and more that we've talked about this morning. But for the event, again, it's December 8th. Reach out to us. I think Stephen has put our information on the show, but
I see Mike and Betsy's
5 to 8.
I see Mike and Betsy's barbecue on there.
Driving
People with good food. Man, that's so smart.
But yeah, we're having a meal, and it's a community conversation. It's getting this information that we all need to know. It's awareness. It's awareness. And December 8th at the Armory, and we're not doing it during the daytime like you all typically do for first responders. They've agreed to come up here from 5 to 8.
That's awesome.
And it's an afternoon event, so the teachers will be able to come, working parents will be able to come, but come out and just join the conversation and learn some of this, and let's, Garrett and I say, he and I are not the coalition. The community is our coalition. That's the working pieces of keeping this community safe and making it a stronger and brighter place for all of us. We can get into the cost to communities for all of this. It's staggering, the money that these high power people have that are making this. The money they're making off of Grundy County is just
it makes me mad, honestly.
It really does,
it's
because
like, that's
it's very
words right
it's
there.
very deliberate. It's very
it
deliberate.
That makes me madder.
Yeah. So the way to get involved is to come and listen and to just be aware. reach out to the Grundy Safe Communities Coalition. Find me at the post office. That's Garrett says that's.
Find me at the post office.
You know, that's where I do most of my networking. He's over here talking statistics, but I'm moving and shaking and talking to people. So find me. Let's continue this conversation. Let's empower our youth to make the better decisions. Let's empower our police officers. Let's empower, let's make everybody, our elected officials, our ministers, the clerk at the grocery store.
It matters.
It does matter.
It really does matter. And I tell you, the community, I say stay involved, because stay in touch with your local leaders. Your local leaders, your state representatives, that is incredibly important. And if I haven't learned anything over the last 18, 20 years in Nashville that I have, is when something like this comes down the pipe, and I think that you're kind of getting to that point, you're going to refer to the same thing. There's a small group that may be biased, the other side, that all the legislators, if something that's controversial or we want to ban a product, or it's like this most recent one attempt to close, when Congress is now trying to close the loophole, and Congressman Desjardins was very much engaged in it. We support him incredibly much. But the public needs to reach out to those legislators and say, we support this, instead of special interest, a small but very vocal and very powerful special interest reaching out and doing all the communications. Our legislators need to hear from the public, the community.
Yeah.
That's who they really want to hear from.
Amen.
And we're involved in simple ways as well. I work with the greenhouse and garden program at Tracy City Elementary Leaps. We teach prevention through a greenhouse and a garden. We work with, everybody knows Sharon Turner.
Oh my gosh.
And I just kicked off the Plant the Promise program, and that is planting red tulip bulbs for awareness. We'll plant those at the greenhouse and the garden at Tracy City Elementary, but we're going to plant them at Sharon's church. I'm going to go talk to her Sunday school group. And it's a discussion about, look how beautiful this tulip is, because you planted it at the right time. You fed it the right things. You made sure it had sunlight. You gave it what it needed to be a promise. So very simple ways. We go to the high school. We have banners, drug-free student section banners at the high school. Those small things matter. Those are those messages throughout a student's day. While students are at church, watching for that tulip to bloom. It may sound a little trivial to some, but those small things matter. Continue to talk about it. Teach it every way you can. Reach out where you can and when you can, and let our community be aware, and let us protect each other. Let us take care of each other.
Man, well, I feel that if you get the kids out in the woods
Oh, I'm with you.
and become one with nature, there is no way that you can't feel better and stay away from drugs.
Agree. Park System is one of our best partners.
It's forest bathing. I want to get a certificate. Forest bathing.
Let me know. I'll do it with
Yeah,
you.
I'm going to do painting when I retire. I'm going to do painting and forest bathing, because when you touch your little feet into the ground, and when you listen to waterfalls and you become one with nature, it just changes you.
It is.
And I'll say one other thing. You're talking about simple approach. We sometimes fail to appreciate some of the simplest things that make the biggest difference. It is amazing sometimes, like this program, and I've had many ask me, well, Tommy, how did you, what law did you get? And I'm talking to other states, talking about our program and what we do, which is very unique. And I'm proud of what we've done in Tennessee. It is a very unique program. And they said, well, how did you get that legislation passed? Or how did you get that done? And when I tell them, well, we didn't. We didn't. There is no legislation that mandates that or this or the other. Well, how'd you get it done? We ask them nicely. And it's amazing what you can do sometimes, even in your own community. If you've got business owners, you've got storefronts, they may not know. They may be ignorant to the fact of the products of what's. And if the community comes in, the coalition comes in, or they see it on the show, and you walk in and say, hey, listen, you may not know this, but our kids at the school, these vapes, this is what's going on. Bradley County, Zandra down at the coalition.
Man, she's a powerhouse.
She literally took all of the vapes that were seized out of the school and lined them up and circled the entire football field and said, this is a problem in our community.
Vapes?
Vapes. It
Wow.
clogged up their entire septic sewage system being flushed down the toilet. The cost of these vapes.
And folks think they're harmless.
Right.
But what does it take to dispose of one of those things?
Are you serious?
It
It's
is
hazardous
hard.
waste.
It's hazardous
It's
waste.
hazardous waste. No
Nicotine
way.
is more difficult to dispose of. I handle a lot of hazardous waste. As I told you, pills, pharmaceuticals, 81,000 pounds, working closely with EPA and TDEC and DEA and all of our partners. But vapes with the lithium battery, the nicotine, or the potential, and us not knowing if it's nicotine, if it's cannabis, we don't know, because again, many of these products are not labeled properly, or they're counterfeit. So you don't know. But yes, they bring up a very good point. Disposal is incredibly difficult and expensive.
Do you burn that too? Can you burn that too?
I do not burn those in our
Okay.
incinerators.
How do you get rid of those?
We have to go through a special incinerator. It's a much larger, I'm not going to disclose where we take those, but it is a government facility, and we dispose
Area
of them.
51.
Not in this
It's
state.
where all the vapes are.
No, we have to go through a licensed hazardous waste contract.
And
with
this
those.
toxicity is what folks are putting.
Yeah.
In their body.
In their body.
Oh my God. I
Yeah.
used to lose my mind with meth because of what you put in there, and I never even thought.
Yeah.
All the potencies now. Again, where marijuana used to be 1-3% in the 80s and 90s, now even plant-derived plant material, we'll see it or shipped in from California, Colorado, Washington State,
There's
or now
crazies out there,
Oklahoma.
man.
It's up
What?
to 37 to Oklahoma, 37 to 40%. If it's in a vape, a gummy, or even the drinks, those cannabis drinks are designed to give you an onset effect in 15 minutes and maximum effect within 30 to 45 minutes, meaning that you drive down the road and we're second to alcohol. Second to alcohol. Marijuana, overwhelmingly, is the greatest. We're seeing 3 out of the top 5 in toxicology are cannabis or cannabis metabolites responsible for fatal crashes.
And tell them what the
Oh.
concentration of like a, Woodstock joint
Oh, 1 to 3%.
versus, what did you say, 50?
37 to 45%.
And it was,
If it's grown locally, what we are seeing on average in Tennessee, 16%.
We've got good growers, man, farmers. We've got.
Unfortunately, this
Remember
hydroponic,
moonshine?
it's indoors, and
Oh my
it's,
gosh, that's crazy.
yeah.
well, come on the 8th and
we'll talk
hear
about
more.
it.
Yeah,
Hear
well,
more. It's mind-blowing.
It is mind blowing, so we can mind blow all day long. So I will continue to talk about this.
Thank you.
In the days ahead. Yay! Enjoy Leadership Grundy.
Yeah, thank you.
Very cool history that you have shared with us.
Thank you.
It started right here in Grundy County. Sheriff Robert Meek,
Isn't that
26
something?
years ago. Well, we have a great, see if I can say it, 12th judicial district.
You do.
So,
Oh, we do.
Very blessed. Elections do matter, sir.
It does, and your district attorney general is on our statewide board.
Courtney is amazing.
She is
Yes.
amazing, and she's on our board, and we like her a lot.
Ooh, yay. Ted Engel, you know Ted?
Yeah.
Love her, some Ted.
Ted,
They
yeah.
both come on the show quite a bit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna send these guys out to spread joy and sunshine. We've got a moose Christmas lamp to give away, so I better get to it, or there's going to be just all heck breaking out. But anyway, we're going to send these guys out. So thrilled. Belinda, anything you need, caller?
Right. And thank you for your time and energy and your support with us. And,
Okay.
if you hear of a church or a youth group, or we work with the Scouts, I mean, we will work with everybody in this county to build awareness and to support our youth. And, we can come out with some hot dogs and have a little cookout or something. But Spark Kids have they're just got a community grant for an everything trailer. We're going to put fun things in a trailer, and if folks can't come to us, we'll take that and have a little Little
community center, a mobile
Okay.
community
Mobile
center.
community center,
How
yeah.
cute is
And
that?
they call it their everything trailer.
Oh.
So we've got lots of resources. Tommy's our greatest resource. We have,
Apparently.
yeah, lots of good things that we can bring to the community. So we'd love to do that.
And if any of this sounds, like something people are interested in, that they're passionate about, they can reach out to us and become a part of the coalition
Yeah.
as well,
Oh, they
like
can
an
be part
official.
of
it.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Really? So
So-
like a volunteer, like say Baby Court has a
Yes,
bunch of
it's a
folks.
lot like that. And
Yeah,
we're,
so
yeah.
Anybody that wants to be involved, we can get that information to you and get you signed up and be more active in kind of being part of that community that's in prevention.
Just ongoing. And this thing changes all the time. This stuff changes.
It's like a whack-a-mole for what you do.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you, oh, there comes another one. All right, well, I'm enlightened, so thank you all so much. You've
Thank
done your
you.
job, at
Thank
least
you.
for me. I feel like I am a smarter person on this because drugs affect at least one person in everybody's family. And the other thing is about the kids, they're developmental. So I know as a parent, when I had the children in the womb, I was like, I'm going to listen to Vivaldi. I'm not, I'm going to eat healthy. I mean, all the things that you can do to protect your child for the future, I think all parents would want to do. And to know that this affects their development hugely.
Mm-hmm. And the decision making and the consequence,
Yes.
understanding consequences
Well,
part
we
of the
have an
brain.
issue with that around
Yeah,
here.
we do.
So anyway, we're going to get that out. As always, thanks for watching Morning on the Mountain. I'll see y'all in a minute.
Thank you.
In Luke chapter 12, Jesus teaches about a life of witnessing to the good news about himself and the kingdom of God. It's in this context that he would say the following. And he said to his disciples, "Therefore I tell you, do not be anxious about your life, what you will eat, nor about your body, what you will put on. For life is more than food, and the body more than clothing. Consider the ravens. They neither sow nor reap. They have neither storehouses nor barn, and yet God feeds them. Of how much more value are you than the birds? And which of you, by being anxious, can add a single hour to his span of life? If then you are not able to do as small a thing as that, why are you anxious about the rest? Consider the lilies, how they grow. They neither toil nor spin, yet I tell you, even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. But if God so clothes the grass, which is alive in the field today, and tomorrow is thrown into the oven, how much more will he clothe you, O you of little faith? And do not seek what you are to eat and what you are to drink, nor be worried, for all the nations of the world seek after these. And your Father knows that you need them. Instead, seek his kingdom, and these things will be added to you. Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. Sell your possessions and give to the needy. Provide yourselves with money bags that do not grow old, with a treasure in the heavens that does not fail, where no thief approaches and no moth destroys. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Rather than beating you listeners over the head, I'll just say this. When Jesus gives actual instruction regarding how to specifically carry out his teaching, the expectation seems to be to actually carry out the instruction. We may know the traditional part of the song, "Seek ye first the kingdom of God, all these things will be added unto you." But do we truly consider what it means to provide ourselves with money bags that do not grow old? Let this challenge. I'm J.D. Cantrell, a member at the Mont Eagle Church of Christ. But really, I'm just a guy who loves Jesus and wants to follow after him. May you do the same, and may you be.
Tracy Clinic, located at 740 Main Street in Tracy City, specializes in family medicine. Nurse practitioner Devin Land Lampley is now seeing patients. Call today for an appointment at 592-4242. Open 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Thursday. That's the Tracy Clinic, 592-4242.
Sequatchie Valley Electric Cooperative is here to serve you in your business or in your home. Pay your electric bill in the comfort of your own home with SVEC's new online billing service. Wouldn't it be nice to know in advance how much to budget for your electric bill each month? Visit us at one of our convenient offices or go online to www.svalleyec.com. Sequatchie Valley Electric, providing electrical service to over 33,000 homes and businesses in all or portions of Bledsoe, Grundy, Marion, Sequatchie, Coffee, Hamilton, Ray, and Van Buren counties in Tennessee. SVEC, staying up with today and working for tomorrow.
TennCare's new diaper benefit helps our youngest members and their families stay healthy and happy. If your child is younger than 2 and has TennCare or Cover Kids, they can get up to 100 diapers every month at no cost. To get diapers, visit a participating pharmacy. You don't need a prescription. Just show your child's pharmacy card at the counter. For newborns without a card, you can use the parent's pharmacy card. The pharmacy staff will check to see if you qualify and help you get up to 100 diapers for a month. TennCare will cover a variety of diaper brands and sizes to meet your child's needs. You can find a list of covered brands on the TennCare diaper webpage.
Diapers are available at Mike's Pharmacy, located at 740 Main Street in Tracy City. That's Mike's Pharmacy, 592-9190.
Piggly Wiggly, a supermarket chain since 1916, operates more than 600 locally owned stores, including the Mont Eagle location that now stocks the largest selection of fine wine, domestic and import beer in the area. Piggly Wiggly's farm fresh fruit is a sweet deal at everyday low prices. Piggly Wiggly stocks carefully selected, always fresh vegetables from the common to the unusual. All of the organic products we sell meet strict USDA guidelines. The Pig has a large meat department that to this date custom cuts and wraps its pork, chicken, and certified Angus beef to your request. Certified Angus beef brand is a cut above USDA Prime Choice and Select. With a large dairy selection of fresh milk and cheese products and your favorite drink products, you will never go home thirsty from the Pig. Visit the Piggly Wiggly Deli and put in your order for an outstanding selection of cheeses, salads, and deli meat products from Boar's Head brand and more. Be sure to check out our weekly special circular for great deals. That's the Piggly Wiggly of Mont Eagle, Tennessee.
Caverns, you can tour a cool cave, listen to live music underground, or just camp under the stars. It is homegrown fun deep in Grundy County Hills. Check out what's going on at www.thecaverns.com, where the destination becomes the journey. Dr. Eric Shull of Shull Chiropractic Clinic is proud to serve our community from his new office at 16 First Street in Mont Eagle, right across the street from DeBose. They still offer trusted, effective care for all ages, including spinal decompression, dry needling, infrared therapy, shockwave therapy, and they even have an on-site x-ray. Come see what a difference it makes to feel good again. Call 931-924-4869 to set up your appointment today. Tracy City welcomes Trekside 7 days a week. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner located right across the street from Roundhouse Park in Tracy City. Come join the crew in saying, who has more fun than us? All right, I loved all the information that Belinda and her crew gave that I went totally over time, and that is my bad. We also have the Tim and Mac show coming on in the next 5 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip our housework, our all the things that we're doing. I'm going to go to the phones real quick, get our phone calls in. Everybody wants to do it. I'm going to draw for the moose, and then that's going to be our day. So here we go. I'm going to get through these phones, and I am so sorry. Tomorrow we'll have time to chat. Morning. Morning. What you doing? Got you down. Anything I need to know?
Do what?
Watching TV and taking care of Stormy out there.
Oh, is she getting into trouble?
Always.
All right. Well, hey, I had Belinda on, and I just we just had a lot of stuff going on. So I've got you down. I'm going to give away the moose lamp today, and I've got Tim and Max show coming on after this. So I got you down. Anything I need to know?
Yeah, I was going to tell you, go balls, you know?
Yeah.
Lately, he got the score backwards.
He most certainly did he not? I took great pleasure watching that game.
I was just like, get you some.
Get you some. That's right. Come get you some. Yeah, we whooped some butt on that one, didn't we?
That's right.
All right. Appreciate y'all. Enjoy the rain. Hopefully I'll talk to you tomorrow, or maybe in a minute. Who knows?
Okay.
All right. See you. Bye. Morning.
You
Hey, buddy. I got you down. Anything I need to know before we hang up?
Go ahead, dress me. I might win.
You might need that. That moose is super cute.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
For you and me.
All right. See you. Bye. You're confident, aren't you? Morning.
Good morning.
Hey, Miss Evelyn. I'm cutting it short today. Anything I need to know? Anything I need to know today?
Just shortly, quickly. When I was young, I will be 89 in December 7th, of course. But when people went to the altar and got saved, they lost their desire for drink, which was the only drug most communities knew.
Well.
David Wilkerson went to New York. He wrote The Cross and the Switchblade. He went to fight drugs. And he said especially when the person fully gave himself to God after being saved, that he lost all inclination to want drugs.
Well, I love that. Let's pray on that one.
And that's where the churches have backed down in a lot of preaching of the full gospel of Christ.
Amen. Let's talk about that further.
Yes, we'll have to do that.
You have a wonderful day. I love that thought.
Well, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Love that. Morning.
Good morning, Miss Ava.
Hey, girl, what are you doing? Got you down. Anything I need to know today?
Nope, not today.
All
Thank
right.
you.
All right, girl. Enjoy this rainy day. See you. Bye. Morning.
Good morning.
Hello, Leslie. I've got you down. You mind if we have a rain check until tomorrow?
Well, no, it's all right.
Thank you. I would just went along longer with Belinda because there's just so much information there.
Yeah, well, you
Well,
just got to do what you have to do.
I just did it, and so I asked for forgiveness.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
All right, Leslie. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
All right.
You have a wonderful day.
You too. Morning.
Good morning, Sunshine.
Hey, Barbara.
I enjoyed that program this morning.
Didn't you? I learned things this morning.
I did too, and they were very knowledgeable, and it was very interesting and informative, and I loved it.
Amen, Barbara. You and I think alike. It's our thing that we really have got. We've got to go for it and get it done and get it quit.
Exactly.
All right, girlfriend. You have a wonderful day. You may have a moose lamp. You never know.
Thank you, and you have a wonderful, blessed day.
All right, Barbara. See you. Bye. A festive Christmas moose lamp. Love it. Morning.
Good morning, Michelle.
Hey, Alice. What's up, girl?
Honey, I just need to register, try to win that lamp.
I know you will. I'm telling you, I know it's dorky, but I absolutely, it is the cutest thing.
I want to get it. The Adam's birthday is October 9th, and I'm going to get it to slip it in his bedroom and light it up.
Oh, he will live that. He absolutely love that. All right, Alice, I'll cross my fingers for you.
All right, honey.
All right,
bye.
see you. Bye. Yay. All right, one more. Morning.
Good morning.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm watching you.
Good. I've got you down. Anything I need to know?
No, well, it's a beautiful day, even though it's raining.
That's right. Every day above ground is a good one.
And we'll have a happy Thanksgiving.
Well, you never know when I may talk to you. So thank you, honey. And may we all be thankful for everything in our life.
That's right. And every day.
Every single day. That's a good reminder, Sue. Thank you. Tell Charlie I said hey.
I will.
All right, honey. Bye-bye. All right, we're going to draw for the moose. I put my stuff away too soon. All right, here we go. Thank you, Appalachian Women's Guild. Karen brought it by for me. Thank you, Kathy. I appreciate y'all and all you do for everyone. Mont Eagle City Council meeting was last night. That'll go Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, probably. That's all I know, really. I'm not doing a column this week. It's a free week. It's not really a free week. Trees are going up this week. We've got 12 up so far, or at least 12 claimed. We've got a bunch coming in, so we should have a full house. All right, here we go. Had great musicians last night. Who's going to win the moose? Oh, my goodness. Iva. No. I love the moose. Oh, for Pete's sake. All right, who do you think it is?
Hello?
All right, Lily, you won the moose, the Christmas moose lamp.
Yeah, they'll be doing in here or in
It will be super cute, and you will love it. It's in my office. It's kind of big.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, I picked it up around noon after 5. I tried to do it on the TV here earlier, of course, laying around 9 and 10 and 11. So you're not sending this out right now. So I'll be there sometime after 5.
Well, I should be there till about 4. I'm multitasking today, so if for any reason I'm not there, I'll put it right on the chair in front of my desk.
Okay.
All right. Well, congratulations, you little stinker.
I sure appreciate it, Michelle.
Well, you know how I feel these are divine. You were supposed to have it.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. You have a wonderful day, and hopefully we'll see each other today or tomorrow, definitely.
Today will be all right.
All right, buddy. See you, bye.
Okay.
Wow, how fun is that? Okay. That's it. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I have no idea how it's going to go, but we're going to be giving away that beautiful basket that Big Tim brought, that his lovely bride Kim made, and she's got great taste. The basket alone is something that you could totally do lots of cool things. So anyway, we're going to do that giveaway. Thank you, Appalachian Women's Guild, for the darling Christmas moose lamp. Congratulations to Lily. We're going to see you tomorrow. I hope you go out there and spread joy and sunshine. Come on back. Go take a break. Come on back and listen to the Tim and Mac show and the special brand of wisdom. As always, thanks for watching Morning on the Mountain. I'll see you tomorrow.